Think your favorite war movie shows you what real combat was like. You wouldn't survive 5 minutes in an actual historical battle. Hollywood has fed us a steady diet of heroic nonsense that has absolutely nothing to do with how soldiers actually fought throughout history. The reality of warfare would send you running back to your couch faster than you can say, cut and print. Today, we're diving deep into the brutal truth about military combat that directors don't want you to know. We're talking about the real tactics, the genuine chaos, and the shocking differences between what you see on screen and what actually happened on battlefields throughout history. By the end of this video, you'll never watch a war movie the same way again. But first, let me tell you something that will blow your mind. Those epic sword fights you love? Complete fiction. The heroic charges across open fields, pure fantasy. The perfectly coordinated battle formations. Hollywood magic. Real combat was messier, more terrifying, and far more boring than any movie has ever dared to show you. Here's what we're going to cover. First, I'll reveal why movie battle formations are complete nonsense and show you how soldiers actually organize themselves for combat. Then, we'll explore the shocking truth about ancient warfare tactics that would make your favorite action hero wet himself. Finally, we'll dive into the psychological reality of combat that no film studio wants to acknowledge because it would ruin their box office dreams. This isn't just another surface-level comparison between movies and reality. This is the definitive breakdown of how combat really worked. And trust me, it's going to change how you see every war scene forever. Let's start with something that every single war movie gets wrong. Formation fighting. You know those scenes where armies crash into each other like two waves meeting? Where individual soldiers break off into dramatic one-on-one duels, while chaos swirls around them. Complete garbage. Real formation fighting was nothing like that spectacle. The Greek phalanx system is a perfect example of how Hollywood completely misunderstands military tactics. In movies, you see warriors charging forward individually, spinning their spears like batons, engaging in elaborate choreographed combat. The reality: ancient Greek soldiers stood shoulder to shoulder in tight formation, locked their shields together, and created an impenetrable wall of bronze and iron. Think about this for a moment. Each hoplite carried a shield that weighed about 15 pounds. They held it on their left arm while gripping an 8-foot spear in their right hand. Now imagine hundreds of these men standing so close together that their shields overlapped. The first few ranks would project their spears forward, creating a bristling hedge of sharp points that no enemy could penetrate. This wasn't about individual heroics or fancy footwork. This was about discipline, coordination, and the collective strength of the formation. When two phalanxes met, it became essentially a massive pushing match. The men in the back would literally push forward with their shields against the backs of the men in front, creating tremendous forward pressure. The psychological element here is crucial, and something movies completely ignore. Standing in the front rank of a phalanx required incredible mental fortitude. You couldn't see much through your bronze helmet. The noise was deafening. The man next to you might be screaming in terror or pain. Your shield arm would be burning from the weight. Your legs would be shaking from exhaustion and fear. But here's the thing that would shock modern audiences. Most battles weren't decided by this pushing match at all. They were won by outflanking maneuvers, by one side's formation breaking due to fear, or by tactical innovations that caught the enemy off guard. The actual combat, when it happened, was brief and brutal. Medieval warfare presents another perfect example of Hollywood's complete ignorance about real military tactics. Those scenes where knights charge across fields with their swords drawn, engaging in elaborate duels. Pure fantasy. Real medieval combat was dominated by one simple principle: stay in formation or die. Medieval armies used complex tactical systems that took years to master. Knights didn't just hop on horses and charge randomly at enemies. They coordinated their movements, used specific formations and employed combined arms tactics that integrated cavalry, infantry, and archers. The reality of a medieval cavalry charge was terrifying in ways that movies never capture. Picture this: hundreds of heavily armoured men on massive war horses, weighing over a ton each, thundering toward you at 20 miles per hour. The ground would shake. The noise would be overwhelming. But here's what films miss completely. These charges were precisely timed and coordinated events. The cavalry didn't charge until the enemy formation was already weakened by archers or disrupted by infantry. They targeted specific weak points in the enemy line. And most importantly, they stayed together as a unit. Individual knights who broke off from the formation were dead knights. Medieval foot soldiers used equally sophisticated tactics. The English longbowmen at Agincourt didn't just stand in a line and shoot arrows randomly. They used coordinated volleys, targeted specific enemy formations, and worked in conjunction with men-at-arms who protected them from cavalry charges. The stake system used at Agincourt perfectly illustrates real medieval tactics. English soldiers planted sharpened wooden stakes in the ground to create barriers against French cavalry. This wasn't glamorous, it wasn't heroic, it was practical, effective field engineering that won battles. But here's where it gets really interesting. The majority of medieval battles weren't decided by heroic combat at all. They were won by logistics, disease, and morale. More soldiers died from dysentery and hunger than from sword wounds. Armies that couldn't maintain their supply lines simply melted away. The siege warfare that dominated medieval military thinking is completely absent from most Hollywood portrayals. Real medieval warfare was about controlling territory, not winning glorious pitched battles. Soldiers spent months digging trenches, building siege engines, and slowly starving enemy garrisons into submission. Now let's talk about something that will completely destroy your faith in war movies: marksmanship and combat effectiveness. In films, soldiers rarely miss their targets. Every shot counts. Every arrow finds its mark. The reality is so different, it's almost comical. Military studies from World War II revealed shocking statistics about combat effectiveness. Only about 20% of infantrymen even fired their weapons during battle. Those who did shoot had dismally low accuracy rates under stress. Soldiers often fired blindly toward enemy positions rather than taking careful aim. Think about what this means for historical warfare. Ancient archers, despite years of training, had accuracy rates that would make modern moviegoers laugh. Medieval crossbowmen could barely hit targets beyond 100 yards. The idea that individual soldiers were picking off enemies with precision shots is complete nonsense. The psychological barriers to combat are something Hollywood consistently ignores because they're not cinematic. Most human beings have a deep, instinctive reluctance to kill other humans. Military training throughout history has been designed to overcome this natural reluctance, but it's never been completely successful. Real soldiers in combat were often paralyzed by fear, confusion, and the overwhelming sensory assault of battle. The noise alone could be debilitating. Imagine the sound of thousands of men shouting, metal clashing against metal, horses screaming, and wounded soldiers crying for help. Add to that the visual chaos of dust, smoke, and blood, and you have conditions that would break most people mentally. This brings us to something that movies absolutely refuse to show accurately: the reality of ancient and medieval weapons. Those sword fights you love? They're based on complete misunderstandings of how weapons actually worked. Swords were expensive, difficult to maintain, and primarily used by wealthy professionals. Most soldiers throughout history used spears, axes, or farming tools converted for combat. A peasant conscript was far more likely to carry a sharpened farming implement than a gleaming sword. The combat techniques used with these weapons were nothing like movie choreography. Real sword fighting was about ending the encounter as quickly as possible, with minimal risk to yourself. There were no elaborate spinning moves or dramatic exchanges. Fighters used simple, direct techniques designed to disable opponents efficiently. Medieval combat manuals that survive today show techniques that would bore movie audiences to tears. Grab your opponent's weapon hand, trip them, strike with the pommel of your sword. These weren't honourable dueling techniques. They were practical methods for staying alive in life or death situations. The armour worn by medieval soldiers presents another area where Hollywood gets everything wrong. Full-plate armour was incredibly expensive and only worn by the wealthy elite. Most soldiers wore simple padded garments with perhaps a few metal plates sewn on for protection. This armour was designed for specific types of combat and had serious limitations that movies ignore. Plate armour was nearly impervious to cutting weapons, but vulnerable to blunt trauma and piercing attacks. Real combat was messy, random, and utterly terrifying. It was dominated by logistics, disease, and the breakdown of human psychology under extreme stress. The soldiers who survived weren't the bravest or most skilled, they were the luckiest. The truth about historical warfare is that it was one of humanity's greatest tragedies, repeated over and over throughout history. Understanding this reality doesn't diminish the sacrifice of those who fought. It helps us appreciate the true cost of war, and perhaps makes us more reluctant to glorify violence in our entertainment. Thank you for watching this deep dive into the brutal reality of historical combat. If this video opened your eyes to how different real warfare was from Hollywood's version, make sure to subscribe for more content that reveals the shocking truth behind history's greatest myths. And if you want to learn more about how medieval life was nothing like the movies portray, check out this video that breaks down the disgusting reality of daily life in the Middle Ages.